Good morning, boys and girls. Let's go for a ride. How's everybody doing today? What's the crack? We are out in the morning. We actually made it out on the road before noon. It's about 50 degrees outside. That's freedom units, not Celsius. And stayed in Derry last night. Derry did not disappoint. As soon as we got to the hotel, we met Jerry. Jerry from Derry. He's a concierge at the hotel. Ooh, he let us know what was up, where we needed to go, what we needed to see. And I tell you what, Jerry from Derry did not disappoint. He told us where to go eat in Derry. He told us where the good pubs were. He told us where to find the best crack. And Jerry knows his stuff. So Jerry from Derry, thank you so much. Went and got a little something to eat last night, and then started the pub crawl on Waterloo Street. Ended up at the smallest pub in Derry, and as soon as we opened up the door, we could hear the music. There's two old boys playing guitar, and man, were they good. Just traditional classic sounding. They were good. Brought a tear to my eye. They played Vincent 1952. Give You My Vincent to Ride. Very haunting. Very, very entertaining. We talked to them after their set was done. Turns out they both ride motorcycles, or motorbikes. So we talked motorcycles, talked bikes, talked riding for a little while, but they had to pack up because they had another gig to go to. Well, while we were at the smallest pub in Derry, people kept coming over to us because they heard these strange accents, wanting to know where we were from, what we were doing, where we were coming from, where we were going, all kinds of stuff. And my plan was just kind of stick with beer. But people bought us at least 3 shots of whiskey. And you can't be rude. If someone buys you a drink, you have to give them a prost. Divosia. Down the shot. At one time I had 2 shots of whiskey sitting in front of me. Plus my beer. But everybody was great in Derry. I loved it. That's a place I could definitely go back to. The walls around the city from hundreds of years ago, gorgeous, amazing looking. I could definitely come back to Derry. But as of this morning, we are heading up to Malin Head, which is the furthest north point in Ireland. And Jerry, the concierge, he told us all kinds of information about Malin Head. From its history during World War II and how many people live there and what the terrain is like. This man, he knew what he was talking about. He either knew what he was talking about or he was really good with the bullshit. I'm pretty sure he knew what he was talking about. So we're gonna run up here, check this out. Probably not sticking to the tour group or the tour guide GPS. We're gonna pick and choose. We got a couple of things that we wanted to do, and if we tried to do everything, oh God knows when we get into Letterkenny tonight. So I'm gonna shut up for a little bit. We're gonna enjoy the ride. We'll put on some tunes, and I will see everybody in Malin Head. All right, so that was Malin Head. That was the northernmost point in all of Ireland. That place was gorgeous. It, the wind was kicking up there. It's probably mid 50s by now. The sun is out. It wasn't overly cold, but it was gorgeous. The rocks, the water, the sea, the cliffs. We spent over an hour there just walking the trails and standing on the rocks, just looking at the ocean. The smells were amazing. That was probably one of the most beautiful places I have ever seen in person. Photos and video will not do justice to it. It's one of those things you have to see with your own eyeballs. It's gorgeous. But like I said, we were there for over an hour walking around. We're back on the bikes now, headed south again, headed down to a whiskey distillery that I found online. So we're going to ride for a bit. Should be about a 45-minute ride. Going to ride for a little bit and go get a little sip of whiskey, the water of life. So we will see everybody at the distillery. Yeah, real quick. Hi guys, at Muff Liquor in Muff, Ireland. This is County Donegal? County Donegal. Yes, and we're here talking with Missy. Missy is a brand ambassador for Muff Liquor. And sorry, you were saying Laura, CEO, moved back, started trying to legitimize the poutine business.
Yes.
From her
she
father.
Always kind of saw what her grandfather did with the poutine, and she wanted to legitimize that, but in a different way, creating a vodka. And that's when the Muff vodka was created. This was our first liquor, and then after a couple of years, the liquor companies were creating lots of Irish gins, and she didn't like gin. She never enjoyed gin, so she kind of went to a friend's distillery and found out what she doesn't like about gin, which is juniper berries. And that's literally how you make a gin. You've got to have juniper berries to class it as a gin. So we have very little juniper berries. We lead with citrus tones, lemon, lime, mandarin, rosemary in there. We finish every bottle with champagne extract, so it's very dry in the end, which I'll have you guys taste in our bar. But this is my favorite. I call it a gin for a non-gin drinker because it's so light, so citrusy. I top it with just a little soda water. It doesn't need anything. Both potato-based, meaning they're gluten-free, celiac-free, so they tick all those boxes. And 6 times distilled. So it's the only gin in the world that's 6 times distilled and made potatoes. And then our whiskey came about. This is our newer guy. And this is peated, which is very unusual for an Irish whiskey to be peated. It's typically what the Scots do. But she likes to bend it and play with it. I mean, our name is Muff, so we have fun with what we do. And the peated whiskey is very sweet. It's got caramel toffee tones. But that kind of smokiness resonates with the fact that she grew up on a bog, which is peat.
Yep.
So smokiness was very common in her house, and she likes to keep it all, back to the story.
That was actually a really good whiskey. We had a taste of it last night in Derry.
Oh, amazing. Where were you?
At the wee bar.
Love it.
Yeah.
Amazing. So you've tried our whiskey. That's great. Well, in here we have, this is the original tractor that Laura's grandfather used on his potato farm that we had kind of refurbished and painted, but that is the real deal from the farm itself. There's some history here, and then this is our kind of famous wall. We've got a lot of amazing people involved with the brand. Russell Crowe, Jimmy Carr, Ed Sheeran are big kind of supporters. And then we kind of come around the corner into our bar. But if you want to take some time and read, this is some really lovely history.
We've been through it, yes,
great,
and we've read up online.
Awesome.
Where everything is.
And then we have our beautiful bar for the bed. And this
Yeah.
And we have a really great little kind of specialty cocktail menu made up here. I tried this yesterday for the first time and it was fantastic.
Which one is that?
The spicy muffarita. It's a take on the like margarita, but we make it with our gin or our whiskey and with Ted's hot sauce, which is Ed Sheeran's.
Okay. When did Muff Liquor like incorporate or not? I don't want to say legitimize, but when did the brick and mortar go up and everything where it started shipping?
We're about 10 years old, but
Okay.
I would say 7 years ago we kind of had those supporters come on board the brand. We changed our bottle. We went from, see, this is our original bottle, and now we have this, and that's the kind of nod to the old poutine with that little hook, which I love. Apparently it's a nightmare for bartenders.
I actually like it.
Do you?
Yeah, I'm so stupid.
A lot of people in New York were like telling me that they had to rebatch it. Yeah, see, I don't see the problem.
like it.
I think it's great.
But
But
when obviously I'm looking at it and I see that bottle, you're thinking, how the hell am I just pouring as a nightmare like that? But that's the whole idea of the hook.
yeah,
They're just not good enough bartenders.
there you go.
Americans, we have to complain about everything.
Yeah,
so
there has to be a complaint in
Like
there
you
somewhere.
said,
But
you
yeah.
said you were just in New York.
Yes, I
and-
was over there for 2 years with the main kind of brand ambassador with Muff for the second half of that, and I loved it. We really kind of grew what we know and love in bars across Manhattan. There's so many Irish bars there, so it's pretty easy. And the liquor is premium and great, so people.
And you said that Muff is in 7 states?
34.
34 states in the UK?
In the US, yeah. And
Yep.
we're in Australia, and now we're kind of back in. We've probably neglected Ireland a little bit, but now that we've done what we've done overseas, we're kind of back to push here, and it's great to be able to say, look, we're in 34 states. We've tackled America, which is the battle, and now we're home to spread the love.
Spread around.
Yeah.
Missy, thank you very much. I do
Thank
appreciate
you,
it.
guys. Do you
been
guys want
great.
to order a drink, or would you like anything?
I would like to taste the gin.
The gin? Did you want it with the soda water?
So that was the Muff Liquor Company. That's a place I've been following for quite a while. Heard about them online and have not been able to find Muff Liquor in Alabama. Turns out the Muff Liquor is available in the States in 34 of the 50 states. So go to your local liquor store, look for Muff Liquor, and if you cannot find it, talk to your distributor, talk to whoever you get your booze from, find out if they can get it, and yeah, give it a try. I am not a gin drinker. I never have been. Neither is the brother, but their gin is actually really good. It's more citrusy. Legally, to be considered a gin, it has to contain juniper berries. And from the sounds of it, they have very, very small amounts of juniper. It's like they just set the bottle next to junipers. But go check out Muff Liquor. Follow them on Facebook and Instagram and TikTok and Twitter and everywhere else that you can follow. Super nice people, super sweet people. They bent over backwards to hook us up. I did grab a bottle. We're going to take that home. I got a buddy who wanted a whiskey from Ireland, so that's what he's getting. He's going to be a Muff Liquor too. We're riding on to our next point on the tour, which actually was supposed to have been the first point on the tour this morning, but we kind of did some things out of order. So we're gonna ride on down the road and see you at the next point.